Happy Valentine's Day, my loves. The company we're working with today is Curly Me Collection. Inside your package, you will get their information pamphlet and also some lashes. They sent me over some straight hair today, so let's get straight into it. We have a 10-inch straight transparent lace frontal. It does come slightly, very slightly pre-plucked. And yeah, it is 10 inches, so keep that in mind. That is the longest inch in frontals that they offer with their frontal and bundle selection. And with their bundles, we have 4 bundles of Malaysian straight. They are all 26 inches. I'm going to show you how the bundles look fresh out the packaging. The bundles were giving me absolutely no shedding. I really enjoyed this set of frontal and bundles from Curly Me Collection. Meet my muse, Burr. We went ahead and bleached those knots on their frontal off camera, and I plucked the living crap out of that frontal, okay? Because when you're doing a frontal ponytail, that hair needs to be laid. And she is natural. Her hair was already like previously blow dried and pressed, but I'm just gonna blow dry it again. You want to use your concentrated nozzle and like a dimming brush or a round brush because you want to get that hair as straight as possible off the blow dry. And y'all don't talk about me. I know I was kind of like, moving her head kind of hard. I apologize. I'm heavy-handed. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm using my Cheese Silk Infusion. We finna go ahead and press this hair out, y'all. This hairstyle is not for you naturals who don't want a lot of heat on your hair, don't want a lot of product on your hair, who, really, really love your curl pattern, because, this thing finna get pressed, okay? And it's finna be sleek. If you don't want heat, if you want a frontal ponytail, you don't want heat on your hair, you should get like a 360 or a full lace wig and then put that in a ponytail. But guess what? I got a video on that coming soon. Stay tuned. So now I'm just pressing her hair out, using my Babyliss titanium flat irons, and we just gonna get that thing straight as possible. This is the hair after I flat iron. As you can see, it is super straight. And now we're going to go ahead and hot comb those edges in around the circumference of the head, because my biggest issue with frontal ponytails is I don't want to see where the frontal stops and your natural hair begins. It's kind of pointless. You want everything to look seamless, and I think that's why people love my frontal ponytails so much, because I be having that thing seamless or whatever, a little side. So now we're gonna use our freeze spray. This is gonna be the main product we use to slick the hair today. It's just quicker and easier. You want to take sections of the hair, spray the freeze spray, comb it, get it in the position that you want, and just blow dry it until it's dry. And then you want to drop your next section down, and you want to keep doing that until you have all that natural hair slick. Once everything is slick, go ahead and put that hair in the ponytail and make sure that ponytail is tight and secure. But not too tight to where it give them a headache, but make sure that thing ain't going nowhere. And as you can see, baby, that thing is slick. Slick, honey. Now, those little hairs at the bottom, I always leave those out because, you know, when you try to slick them up, they wave up. So, you know, I just leave them down. With the frontal, you know that thick strap or piece of fabric at the end of the frontal in the back, you want to go ahead and cut that off. This way, your frontal lays flat, and when you do your ponytail, it's smooth with no bumps and lumps. You cannot do a frontal ponytail and leave that thick band up there. It's just in the way. As you can see, that frontal is ready for us to install. We're going to use our Ruby Kisses Level 14, the lightest shade in the palette, and we're going to put that all over the frontal. And make sure you clean the forehead with some rubbing alcohol or either some sea breeze and then use your skin protectant. Today, also with my frontal ponytails, you will notice I don't use the ball cap method. I just feel like it just takes more time. You're putting more product on the hair, and I just feel like it's unnecessary. So when it comes to frontal ponytails, I don't use the ball cap method because I just feel like it's quicker to just go ahead and glue that thing down, and it's less stuff on your head, you know? So make sure you spray that skin protectant, y'all. Skin protectant is so important. And a lot of you guys do not use it. You got to use the skin protectant. Now I'm just positioning the frontal on her head. You know, we're going to get everything in place. And then after that, we're going to sew this frontal down. And I know a lot of y'all wonder, like, how can you secure the frontal ponytail, like the frontal in the back for a frontal ponytail? You can either glue it down, you can either just slick it on back, but I sew mine down. And you probably like, it's no braids, Jordan, what do you sew to? When you put the hair in a ponytail, you create like a mold on the hair. You can sew on top of that. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now you want to make sure when you sewing down your frontal that you don't sew it too tight because you don't want to cause breakage on the hair. But that's exactly how you sew the back of that frontal down. And now you just want to cut out that excess lace around the ears before you start gluing this frontal down. Using our hold me down adhesive, we're going to dot in front of the hairline in the shape of her hairline. And then we're going to smooth that back. We're going to only use 3 layers today because we don't have a ball cap. And, I don't want, too much glue close to her hairline. So, we're not going to do the most today. So just 3 layers. You can really use 2, but I did 3. Um, and we're just going to apply it like how we do for our wigs. It's the same thing. We just not using a ball cap. Once your third layer turns completely clear, you want to go ahead and lay that lace down using the teeth of the comb to help you push the lace into the skin. After that, you're going to blow dry it, until it's secured into place. And then you're going to tie it down with your elastic band. And we're going to let that elastic band sit on her head for 10 minutes. The 10 minutes are up, and now it's time to proceed to cut that lace off. I'm using my eyebrow razor, of course. And then we're going to add some more makeup to the hairline just to get rid of that line of demarcation. And this is going to be giving you scalp vibes. And that's what Mary had a little lamb. Period. Now we're going to part that hair down the middle and use our wax stick and our hot comb to go ahead and get that middle part into place. We're going to do like a middle part slit back ponytail today, but you get the vibes. Now we're going to go ahead and separate the hairs out that we're going to use for our baby hairs. And then we're going to spray that lace with some hairspray. After you spray that lace with that hairspray, you want to go ahead and tie it down with your elastic band. This is going to give you the ultimate meltdown. Now we're gonna take our wax stick and our hot comb and we're just gonna start slicking back that frontal. I do this before I spray the freeze spray so the hair can already be in position, kind of like when we flat iron the natural hair. I just want to get everything, in the direction that I want it to go. Now we've taken the elastic band off, and as you can see, that lace is child. That's not a lace. That's her scalp for sure. We're gonna hot comb those hairs that we're gonna use for the baby hairs, and then we're gonna cut them and slick them down using our mousse. And now you're gonna tie these down. You're gonna let these dry for about 20 to 25 minutes. You wanna make sure that these are fully dry, honey. Because if they still wet and you take that wrap strip off, you are just not gonna be pleased. And y'all already know I gotta black spray my part. You know, my part has gotta be sharp and defined. So I lay the wrap strip on the beginning of the lace because if you get black spray on the edge of that lace, baby, you're through. You cannot scrub it off. You can't alcohol it off. You're gonna have to take the whole frontal off. So please be careful using this. Even though it's temporary hairspray, when you spray it on the lace, you have to wash it out. You just can't rub it off. So as you can see, edges is laid, the part is in there. You know, everything's looking all nice and good. Now it's time to hot comb that thing and start slicking it again with the freeze spray. You want to slick everything together now. Now go ahead and put that in a ponytail, and after you do that, we're gonna spray some more freeze spray just to make sure we got all those flyaways locked out the way. Make sure we just got everything just nice, sleek, and laid. This is looking so good already, and we ain't even added the ponytail yet. This is looking great. Okay, it just laid, eyebrows on fleek, period. You know? I'm just looking at this lace like, wow, like, I really laid that. Like, this isn't even HG lace, y'all. This lace is straight melted. Shout out to the Curly Me Collection Transparent Frontal. Y'all, I enjoyed that frontal so much. Although I really had to pluck it because, you know, it came pre-plucked, as they say. But I had to pluck it a lot. But that frontal was, it was the truth. For the ponytail today, we're going to start off with a plait. So we're going to take some braiding hair. I cut mine in half and then I braided it. You want to make a plait. Make sure that it's very secure at the top because if not, your ponytail will slide out. So we're going to make a plait, and then once we figure out where we want our ponytail to stop, that's where we're going to stop the plait. We're going to make a knot, and then I think I'm going to burn the end of the plait with the flat iron just to make sure it's secure and doesn't go nowhere. And now we have a secure base for our ponytail, and now it's time to wrap the bundles around the ponytail. You can either glue your bundles around the ponytail, but I sew my bundles around the ponytail, even if it's synthetic or cheap hair, because y'all, it's so much quicker to just sew the bundles on the braid. Like at first, I used to try to glue the bundles or, you know, the cheap hair or whatever on the braid for ponytails, and you know, it take me a while because you got to make sure the track's not slipping. You got to make sure ain't nothing falling. But my friend Taisha, she taught me that, boy, just sew them bundles on that braid. And y'all, it go by so much quicker. And it's more secure. And you can reuse your bundles, like, if you using some expensive bundles for a ponytail. Because everybody don't use cheap hair no more for ponytails. So, you want to make sure that you can still reuse your bundles after you do your ponytail. So, sew your bundles around the braid. It goes by so much quicker. Now I'm just blow drying the ponytail and I'm gonna flat iron it. It was still a little wet because I did ombre bleach the hair before I did this install. I just slapped some BW2 on the hair with like some 50 volume developer, y'all. Nothing serious. Anybody can do that color. Just slap the bleach on the bottom half of the bundles and boom, that's the color. You ain't even gotta worry about no toner or nothing. Just do that. Now I'm just pressing it out with my Babyliss flat irons, getting it all smooth and silky. And yeah. Now we're going to take a piece from the bottom of the ponytail and we're going to use that to do our little wraparound so we can highlight the rubber band and the track. All you have to do is just freeze spray and then wrap it around the ponytail and boom, it's locked into place. But what I like to do to help me, help it, wrap around easier, I actually curl that little piece. That way it wants to wrap around, I'm always doing something extra, but I think I saw somebody do that and I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. So now I'm going to freeze spray on that curl and we're going to proceed to wrap it around the base of that ponytail. And look at that. Look at the frontal in the front and look at her natural hair at the back. You can't tell me that it make me stutter. It's just so late. Like, for real. For real, for real. Don't mind the dark lighting, but I am using the Sweetie Edge Control for those little hairs in the back. I'm going to do some little swoops in the back. Nothing major, just so it can, match the front. And baby, that hair is laid. Ooh wee. Now you're gonna spray your Beyond the Zone. Turn up the heat to give it a beautiful wet, a beautiful gloss. Yes, get into it. Once again, this is Malaysian Straight Frontal and Bundles from Curly Me Collection. Make sure you check the description box for all info on this hair. I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you enjoy your Valentine's Day. I love you all. Goodbye.